black men tend to be the focus of scare campaigns for centuries already in the U.S. African American men, that scare just persists. But then it varies. Certain sorts of immigrants, one immigrant wave after another. If you look back in history, it was the Irish for a while. Obviously, the Irish don't particularly scare people these days.
The criminals are coming. There's the black man, and there are illegal immigrants.
The fear of immigrants goes way back in American history. I mean, there's been constant fear and anger about new arrivals. It's a society of immigrants, of course, but each wave of immigrants had a tough time when they came in. But once they were here, they didn't want others to come in.
I would venture to guess that if people want to be intellectually honest and people are going to say that poverty causes crime, then they have to also agree that, well, if that's the case and you're importing millions of illegal aliens who are poor, that they're going to be committing a disproportionately higher share of the crime themselves. Especially since the people who are illegal aliens have obviously shown no compunction to go abiding by our laws in the first place since they entered our country illegally.
Venimos así, no tenemos crímenes allá ni nada, sin que venimos para obtener un trabajo mejor supuestamente y no somos criminales allá.
I think the illegal immigrant population has no more propensity to commit crime or violent acts than the general population. At least I don't see it.
Although I cannot point to an incident in which there was an illegal alien on a suspected terrorist act, it is widely known that something called OTMs, other than Mexicans, there are numerous OTMs that are caught at the border by our Border Patrol agents. There's been situations where prayer rugs, the Quran, and other sort of artifacts have been collected on the southern border. So we do know that we have people from the Middle East coming across the border. Whether or not they are terrorists, who knows?
Venimos a mejorarnos porque no podemos traer nada, porque apenas pues cuando cruzamos apenas podemos traer un galón de agua o algo, no podemos traer droga ni nada, porque si nos llegan a agarrar las leyes norteamericanas, para nosotros a lo mejor puede haber cárcel o no sé qué, y nosotros no queremos tener problemas pues con las leyes norteamericanas. Queremos estar bien aquí trabajando y no somos tampoco terroristas ni nada para que ellos nos traten así o algo. Nada más queremos trabajar y estar bien aquí.
If a poor, uneducated, hungry, starving, lacking proper clothing, illegal alien from Mexico can cross the border, I'm sure a highly trained, well-funded terrorist can as well. So.
Illegal immigrants are the best scapegoats. They combine all our fears into one. Because they came here illegally, they are by definition criminals. Some of them are in gangs, some of them smuggle drugs, and maybe some of them even like to molest children. Every new group of immigrants coming into America has been feared. The Irish were locked out. The Japanese were locked up. The fear of outsiders is one of the easiest ways to distract the populace from the real problems of the country.
America did not become a great nation through scapegoating. We have enabled assimilation of so many groups from around the world. But when we start to look at those people who are in our country and begin to evoke them as out groups, we set the stage for our own disintegration. The first motto of the United States, E pluribus unum, out of many one, speaks to the self-conscious principles of unity that help to create a nation. And so we need to remember where we came from.
One of the things we saw after September 11th was an effort to find scapegoats. And what scapegoats are people or groups that we can see as evil and blame for our problems.
There's a long tradition of this in the United States. The non-citizen has always been the most vulnerable to politically repressive fear because the non-citizen is essentially a being without rights. The politically repressive kinds of fear that has been mobilized since 9/11 has really been leveraged and targeted at a specific group, Muslim and Arab Americans, particularly those Muslim and Arab Americans who happen to be immigrants and non-citizens.
The way to make people afraid is with mystery, with unknown. someone that's unlike you, someone that doesn't look like you, someone that may not be thinking like you. Nothing like a cave dweller, you know, with a different colored skin that you ought to be afraid of. That's going to come over from the other side of the ocean and wipe you out.